Hey YouTube, it's Floyd Fancies 2000 with another review for True Blood, Season 7, Episode 7, entitled Maybe the Last Time. This episode was good, had its ups and downs for me. Well, it was okay, I would say. Had my moments I was over it. Had my moments I was happy. Had my, like I said, ups and downs. Overall, I kind of enjoyed it. Can't believe we only have 3 more episodes, but let's get into it. Arlene has a dream about the Q vampire, and basically she's in Merlotte's. He comes there and they end up having sex on the pool table. And I was here for it. Part of me was like, Arlene, your husband just died. But a part of me was like, girl, you better get it, girl. He is too cute. And he was just going in and she was loving it, so I was here for that. And basically he comes, in real life, not in the dream. He comes there and, they dance around a little bit. And basically, she tells him I have hep V. I don't really think she has it, but she told him that so that he wouldn't have sex with her. And it was kind of nice to see that, even though I do want them to eventually sleep together, I like the fact that she's taking it slow and, basically, tells him, that I have hep V. He's like, okay, let's just dance. And they danced, and it was romantic. Also loved the scene that she had with Sam where, she finds out that he might be leaving town. And he, basically doesn't want to do it because he's like, I really don't want to leave on Tom. And he was just like, she was like, well, how would you feel if you stayed here without them? If you can honestly say you'll be happy without them, then you can stay. But you won't. You need them. You need to leave Bon Tom. You can always come back and visit, blah, blah, blah. But you need to be with your fiance and your daughter. And I love that dialogue and that moment between them. Because she gave him some real sound advice. Okay, Hoyt comes back to Bon Tom. It was about time. One of my favorite scenes. They show they show the woman. I'm like, who is this woman? Then we see Hoyt coming out the car and he's like, he goes to Belle Fleur's, which is not Merlotte's anymore, Belle Fleur's, and basically the woman comes in first and Arlene looks at her like, ooh, who is this pretty girl? And then Hoyt comes in. They basically sit and have, talk, and she says, sorry for your loss. He says, okay. He says, I'm supposed to meet with a Stackhouse, somebody named Stackhouse. She was like, you mean Jason Stackhouse? He was like, I didn't hear her last name. That's all I knew was, Stackhouse. She's like, okay. She goes to give Jason a call and tells him that Hoyt is back in town. And basically he, has no recollection of him. He was like, yeah, because we hurt him so bad that we had to glamour him so that he could move on. He was like, well, he's down here. So Jason comes. And the first thing I noticed was, Jason couldn't stop looking at his girl. The girl couldn't stop looking at Jason. And I was really hoping that Jason hadn't, had sex with her. I'm like, please don't tell me they know each other. Please don't tell me that's true. And basically, I hope they don't end up having sex. That would really make me hate the writers for screwing up Hoyt's character like that. Like, don't bring him back just to break his heart again. I really hated it when it happened the first time. And I would hate for it to happen again. Let me see. Alright, Violet and Adeline and Wade. Basically, she has them in her little sex dungeon. They have all these toys, and basically she's like, okay, it's alright if you guys are related. I had sex with my brother all the time. It's no biggie. And I'm like, that is a biggie. Why are you wanting them to sleep with one another? You just want to ruin their lives because your life is ruined because Jessica slept with Jason. You just don't care anymore. Basically, they have a little awkward moment where they're, basically trying to, see what the heck is going on with these toys. She reads his mind. He's like, I'm not into that. She's like, I'm not into it either. I'm so happy you're not. Basically, when Violet comes back, they're basically like, oh, we couldn't do it. We couldn't, do with the sex toys and all that. She goes berserk, throws Wade, and starts to try to attack Adeline. And Jessica hears, feels her fear and rushes off. And Bill is like, Jessica. And basically, we see on the previews that Violet has Jessica tied up I hope Jessica doesn't get killed, and I really hope Bill rescues her. Suki won't accept the fact that Bill might die. She's like, no, you're not gonna die. I won't accept it. Basically, I love the moment where Jessica and Bill sleep in the same bed. I thought for a minute it would be Bill and Suki, but we see that they do sleep together. But it was Bill and Jessica, and I like that. And also, like the fact that she was like, I'm not giving up on you, Bill. You can't die. You were my first love. I still want you. And basically, she goes to call Dr. Ludwig. And I haven't seen her since season 4, where Pam was rotting, and basically she helped her, by removing her skin and, helping her, heal or whatever. Basically, she comes and is very rude as always, and tells Suki, I fear nothing and no one. And she just kept saying it, but when, he woke up and she told him basically, you're a lost cause. I can't do anything to help you. You got infected by half Fae. That's the reason why you're spreading so quickly. And she just said, I fear nothing and no one. And then when she finds out about Niall, she's basically like, oh, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. And I thought that was so weird, since she said she feared no one. And I was wondering why she feared him so much. Maybe they had a past together. But anyway, Suki. Now she goes to the cemetery where Niall is, and basically gives this crocodile tears about how she just needs him so much, how she can't accept the fact that Bill would die, and how she just needs him so much. And I say, I understand, but I'm just kind of over Suki and her tears and her, damsel in distress. And I'm kind of over it. I want her to be stronger, but too little, too late. It's the end of the season, end of the series, and she's still the same Suki. Can't really deal with that anymore. Don't really like her, but that's what she does. And when she gets back to her house, there's Niall. There he is, and basically she asked him why Dr. Ludwig or whatever was afraid of him. He says, because we, the Fae, have killed so many dwarves that they just don't want to be around us. And basically she's like, you always sense, what's happening even when you're not here. And asked him why he didn't stop her from infecting Bill. And he's like, I don't like Bill. And she was just like, you may not like him, but he says, I don't like him for you. That's why I was just like, okay, fine, let him get infected, and I didn't stop him. And, I was just kind of like, that's kind of crappy. She was just like, you may not like him, but I loved him. And basically, I feel some type of way about infecting him, and you could have stopped it. But anyway, he takes her to Bill's house, and basically they have this moment where he invades Bill's dream, where he's dreaming about when his daughter was born, and basically says, wow, isn't that amazing? Isn't that a miracle? And Suki doesn't get it. She's just like, what miracle? Babies are born all the time. And he was like, that doesn't make it any less a miracle. And she kind of ticked me over that. She was just like, and he had a daughter. So, and it was just like, Suki, like, that is a miracle. Some babies are not born. Like, why can't you just accept the fact that, that's a sort of miracle? It may not be the miracle you're looking for, but him having, a healthy baby girl was, a miracle. And basically he tells her that, life and death, all those are miracles, and that magic can save people, but Bill will not be saved by magic. And she basically doesn't, want to believe that, and she says, just leave and don't come back. And that's what he does. Suki runs to Bill's and, tells him that she won't leave him. And they end up making love. And I'm just like, oh my God. You can just see all the veins all over him. And they end up having sex. And I was just like, yes, I'm happy for it. Ready for Bill and Suki to be together. I just get so excited when I see them. I know people are Team Eric, but I'm Team Bill as far as who Suki should be with. Even though Eric is the hottest vampire on True Blood, I will give him that. That's what happened with that. Eric goes to see Amber. He basically questions her and asks her how she got healed. She basically says how Numi is a new person, how she's a good person, how he won't tell her where she is. He goes berserk and stakes her. And I was just like, oh my God. And, right before she tells him that she's the cure, and, he's just stakes her, and they end up staying in her house. And, they have a deal with the Asian, and they say, we'll find Sarah Newland and we'll give you 49% of the new deal for the new blood with the heavy cure inside. And Eric, being the Eric Northman he is just like, no deal. He still wants to kill Sarah Newland, which I can't blame him, but this is a good deal. So that was that. Sarah Newland, she goes back to the Fellowship of the Sun camp, and she starts hallucinating and seeing all the men. First she sees Jason, and he basically tells her, you're going to hell, Eric's coming for you, your time is up. She starts hallucinating, seeing Steve Newland, the Buddha guy, the other guy from last season. And basically, she just starts going crazy, hallucinating, and she knows death is near. She doesn't want to accept it. And at the end, we finally see that the Asian people, the Akuta, have finally caught up with her, and she's about to be a dead duck, and I'm so ready for it. Anyway, that was True Blood. I hope you liked this video. Hope you rate, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_midnight_LUV. You can also follow me on Instagram at DrinkMeUp21. The links will be in the more info box, and I'll see you in my next video. It'll be up on time, hopefully. We're going to have 3 more episodes, and I'm so ready to see what's going to happen. I do believe Bill and Eric will be cured and saved. I don't know what's going to happen with Hoyt and Arlene and Keith, or what's going to happen with the rest of the people. Is Sam really going to leave? I hope so. Share your comments and your thoughts. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video.